So, it's been a while. I hope you guys are doing alright. I say it's been about 3 years since I posted my last video. As you can see, things have changed quite a bit. So just to give you guys an update, I actually had, in the past 3 years, I actually had moved from New York City, Brooklyn to Raleigh and into a townhouse. So previously, if you've seen my last few videos, I was doing everything out of a room. That is no longer the case. Basically doing everything out of a townhouse, which I have a lot more room than just like some random room that I'm doing everything out of. In addition to that, as you see, I'm wearing glasses now because my eyesight dropped. A few other things have gone on. So it has been a wild 3 years, a wild last year. As some of you guys know or have been staying up with me, I had moved from went from a room to an apartment to a townhouse. I had experienced quite a few drops here and there, and I also had my good months and things like that. But I've also purchased a lot more gear for me to use, updated my lights. My cameras are still the same, but there was a lot of changes here and there, so I could actually do things a lot more professionally. So, 2-bedroom townhouse. I'm using the second room, which is actually the main bedroom. I'm using that as the studio, while the other one is basically my bedroom. It's smaller. I still have a lot more cleaning to do because I just moved earlier last month, which is like November 11th. So I'm trying to get everything together, especially the living room. I'm going to set that up to be a full studio, in addition to this lab upstairs. So. Other than that, everything it's been a wild ride. So we changed jobs, changed housing, and I bought a new car, which is an SUV, Dodge Durango 2022, and things are worth $95,000, and I got it at a discount $33, so I got lucky. I got away with it. With all that aside, definitely a whole new setup. I have a bigger octagonal light, so if you see all those other YouTubers out there that have these big softbox and they have a whole spotlight to them, that's pretty much what I got. I already have the C-stands, which cost like $200 a piece. I just threw it on that. I'm pretty much free to do whatever I please at this point, with a lot more space that I have. As we go along, as I try to build up this YouTube channel, hopefully I can get everything back in place and move along. So, for those that you have just visited this channel for the first time, my name is actually Nicholas. I go by the codename Mag320. For those that you have been with me for a while, welcome back. It's been 3 years. I'm glad that you guys have put up with me until I actually got everything going. And let's go ahead and get started here. So, as you guys know about the revolution of artificial intelligence, a lot of people have been complaining about it having too much interference, in things like politics, entertainment, sometimes music and art, and other subjects like English, other school subjects like English, math, and whatnot. Obviously, there are both sides to it. I'm not really going to get into like all the other subjects because that's really not my forte. I'll let other YouTubers take care of that. It's going to really just be music, tech, and a little bit of science. So that's going to basically be my forte. So with that said, like I said before, I'm going to be doing vlogs for audio equipment, audio production equipment, music production equipment, and I'm also going to be talking about a lot of computers and a lot of tech stuff. I'm not going to really talk about like smartphones or anything like that. I don't think that's really relevant to what I exactly do. I mean, I love smartphones. I love to criticize the iPhones, even though I have 2 of them. I love to criticize Apple itself. I got an iPad, so you're bragging rights to criticize about it. But I'm also an Android fan, which goes into Linux and things like that, because I believe Android is based off of Linux, if I'm not mistaken. So, like I said before, I am going to be talking about computers. I am going to be talking about a lot of tech stuff, minus the smartphones, because everybody knows how to run a smartphone. What I mean by that specifically is I'm not going to talk about how great the phones are and all these features. But I am going to talk about specific features on the phone that you can actually use from day to day. In addition to other stuff. So I'm going to skip the whole thing, go into like the niche stuff, and then you basically just make the decision on how you want to use that information. Outside of the smartphone space, I'm going to be talking about everything from routers and to switches and hubs and access points and servers and computers and printers and things of that nature. That's where my forte is. So, like I said before, if you guys are new here, that's what we'll be talking about. And in the music space, I'm going to be talking about headphones and microphones. What else I got? I got speakers. We talk about lights. We're going to talk about like all kinds of stuff that you're going to be using. It basically also in the video production space as well, because obviously I shoot video. So MIDI keyboards and switchboards, also music boards, you can call them that if you want. USB audio interfaces, also known as AI, depending on who you ask. Stands and the types of cameras that you can use and microphones and whatnot. So things of that nature, that's what we're basically going to be talking about there. So like I said, if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Definitely destroy the like button, and tell me what you think about future this video as well as future videos that are coming in. And actually, I want to talk about just one thing before I drop off this video here. One of my personal favorites is keyboards, mainly because I type at 72 words per minute. So you have all bunches of keyboards that are out there, but one of the legacy keyboards that were made was actually this one. This is an HP keyboard. Now, to the naked eye, obviously it's just like a regular keyboard, but this just so happens to be one of my favorite keyboards, because there's a feature on here that a lot of people didn't actually know existed, and this is what's known as the smart card terminal. And so what you do is you take a smart card, it could be a credit card or anything, and you just slide it into that terminal. Now this is a feature that you can use. This is basically a feature before all the Bluetooth stuff came out and the NFCs came out and things of that nature. I actually just happen to like this keyboard. Now it's not a mechanically keyboard. It's just a stock HP Hewlett-Packard keyboard that is basically no longer in use. HP doesn't make these keyboards anymore, so this is now a legacy keyboard. So what legacy means is it's no longer in production, it's no longer in mass circulation, but it's still in good use because one, it's being used in various types of companies that don't have like the things like Square and NFC readers and things like that. So it doesn't, anything that doesn't have an NFC reader, you basically just use this. Sometimes Walmart sometimes might have, you might see them at attorneys' offices and things like that. But this is one of my favorite keyboards that is no longer being in production. Plus, it's nice and sturdy as well. So it packs a lot of punch. I use this. Sometimes I use this for certain things. That require stuff like this. This is going to go into my Linux computer that I have. I forgot to mention I have 6 computers that I'm working with. So it's going to go on my Linux computer that basically is a project computer at the moment. So, but yeah, this is basically what it's for. But yeah, other than that, there's other keyboards I have, but this is what I want to highlight. Yeah, I just basically start with that. And my personal favorites are keyboards and some mouses as well. I have like many different mouses that I like, so I'm not going to really display those here, but I like keyboards that are just as unique as that, mainly because they're not in production anymore. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end this introduction video here. And like I said before, if you find some good content for me, definitely suggest it in the comments, and destroy the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and definitely hit the notifications button as well so you don't miss any important updates. So other than that, it's your boy, it's your partner, MagIntro Dec6, and I will see you guys in the next video.